Before Mrs. Ojibwe could defend herself, hefty men lifted her up and carried her to the market square. Villagers shouted different kinds of terrible names at her. Some called her a man-eater, some called her a wicked witch, some called her an unfaithful wife. Only few people were worried for her. The hefty men tied Mrs. Ojibwe in the market square and people started throwing stones at her. In Ekimotu, villagers are allowed to pass out judgment before the arrival of the chief priest. In the midst of the pain, Mrs. Ojibwe looked up at the sky and painful tears filled her eyes. She knew that her end was near. The chief priest is not in the shrine. One of the chief priest's apprentices was shouting as he was running towards the crowd gathered around Mrs. Ojibwe. "Did you check everywhere?" People asked him. "Yes. I checked everywhere the chief priest goes to," he replied them. The villagers scattered in confusion. Everyone abandoned Mrs. Ojibwe, who was still tied up. They went out in search of the chief priest.